Could we soon see XRP do a 100x up? That is a great question. A lot of people are wondering about that. We see this graphic here being shared by Jack the Rippler over on Twitter, and it's got a lot of people excited. We have to look at the circumstances, and what we have as an article also sheds a little bit more of an insight into what people are looking at from a future perspective that includes XRP as well as several other cryptos. And I'll be looking at the technical analysis behind what's currently going on in the market. I'll share my own opinion on this, but I would like to get your opinions in the comments down below too. And if you are new to the channel, I do update videos on XRP. Feel free to subscribe. I have my own Telegram group. You can find the link in the description down below. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Roll on into the news. Moving on from that graphic, we have an article here from Watcher Guru. I will include a link to this down in the description below. Forbes predicts Bitcoin, XRP, to gain $8 trillion amid USD collapse. According to a recent Forbes article, the U.S. financial system might potentially see an exit of $8 trillion. The funds may be directed into digital assets such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, among others. The report highlights that the U.S. Federal Reserve is struggling with a $33 trillion debt. Moreover, it notes that, quote, Jefferies analysts have warned the Fed will be forced to restart its money printer. This could further spell trouble for the U.S. dollar. This consequently could fuel Bitcoin's price to the point where it could rival gold as a safe haven. Forbes notes that the Fed's quantitative tightening policies have led to liquidity flowing out of the financial system. Moreover, rising interest rates could become a counterintuitive death spiral for the US dollar that ultimately pushes up the Bitcoin price. The Forbes report also mentions that growing interest in Bitcoin among financial institutions, in particular BlackRock. Quick side note, I have another video that talks about rumors going on with BlackRock and XRP. That video is up today. I recommend that you guys go and check that video out. The world's largest asset manager with nearly $10 trillion in assets under management is one of the few firms that have applied for a spot Bitcoin ETF exchange traded fund. So why is Bitcoin becoming popular among institutions? In 2017, BlackRock chief Larry Fink called Bitcoin a tool for money laundering. 5 years later, his firm applied for a spot Bitcoin ETF. There are several factors that may have contributed to this change in stance. Firstly, cryptos and digital assets have seen a significant surge in popularity. It is possible that client demands may have played a hand in them changing their views. Furthermore, the falling value of the US dollar may have sparked interest among institutions to look for assets that will protect their clients' investments. Bitcoin is one of the best performing assets in the last decade, and institutions probably do not want to miss out. It is also possible that institutions such as BlackRock were not fully aware of how the crypto market functions, as it is quite different from the traditional stock market. As awareness grows, so does the ease of adoption. So something that I want to point out to you guys is that with inflation, what essentially we're looking at right now of the interest rates, I should actually say interest rates, not inflation, sorry, is that the Federal Reserve looks at the jobs reports and they say, oh, look, a whole bunch of new jobs have been created in the United States. And they say, you know what we should do? We should raise interest rates. They're more or less trying to force unemployment to happen because they're looking for an equilibrium balance, and using their previous model, this is the approach that they try and take to try and keep the strength of the dollar high. It's a bizarre mentality, right? You look at it and you say, oh, a ton of people got jobs. People have money. They want to go spend money. That can help other companies making profits. Well, the Federal Reserve has a very unique perspective view on this stuff. So even though the jobs reports month over month for the United States has far exceeded expectations and the estimates, what they were having going into this for the reports. And in fact, the United States has been a leader amongst the top nations of having the lowest rate of inflation. So when we speak about inflation, you can't avoid inflation. Inflation is something that's still going to happen, but what you see happen is the rate of inflation can change, right? So either inflation can have times where it becomes super high, but there's other times where it's really low. But inflation is something that's natural and it continues to happen anyways and impacts the entire world. And the United States is doing amazing in the regards for the last, I think, 14 months of having the lowest rate of inflation. With that being said, though, when we're talking about investments, we're talking about crypto, stocks, things like that, people look to see how the Federal Reserve is going to react to these different sets of news. And when the money printer goes burr, people get even more on edge about how this could impact things. So what exactly happened today? Real briefly, let's take a look at this. XRP took a hit. If it was wanting to do 100x, it would be going up to $50, and we have never seen that happen before. So if we go back to the all-time high for XRP, it was $3.84, a significantly different price from where we're at right now. In fact, if we zoom out, we got to continue to zoom out and continue to zoom out and continue to zoom out until we finally hit that 100x level. So for it to hit that would be insane. Is it possible? Crypto has shown that a lot of things are unpredictable sometimes and that they can exceed expectations. So is it possible? I would say yes, it's possible, especially with the recent good news that's been coming out for XRP with the court case. It gives it a higher probability chance in the future. In the short term, we have some big issues coming up. So again, we have a potential government shutdown that taking place less than 40 days away from now. There's no Speaker of the House in the United States. These things need to have some resolutions, as people are still wondering what that impact is going to have rolling over, or if these are going to have resolutions short term, or if they're just going to keep kicking the can down the road. So then we see Bitcoin, it took a hit today as well, and Ethereum even worse of a hit. So it's not just XRP. The market itself reacting with these job report news that came out. It is a Monday, but the volume not so high. I mean, looking at XRP right here, it's less than what we had October 4th, October 3rd, and September 29th. Just looks like it leaned a little bit more heavily on the sell side. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments below. I'd love to get your opinion. And once again, if you're new to the channel, you want to see more XRP news, hit the subscribe button and feel free to join my Telegram group. I would love to have you guys be a part of that. You can find the link in the description. That's Team Crypto Atlas in the description. Thank you to my Patreon supporters. A double shout out thank you to WeLoveSafeMoon.com, Victor Vegas, SafeMoon Oz for being higher level patrons. Thank you to my YouTube members for your support as well. God bless, and we'll see you in the next episode.